to make my video while I'm getting ready for a solo date. I don't really care about calling it a solo date. I go out by myself all the time. But because of what I'm doing tonight, which is going to a musical and I'm going to go check out a happy hour before my musical starts. And it just kind of feels like I'm going on a date tonight, even though, it's with myself. But I just felt like putting on this really pretty jumpsuit that I bought before I went on my cruise. I know right now I don't have the girls out like they were on the cruise, and I might rethink having this bra on under this. My boobs do feel more secure in it, but when I was on the cruise, I didn't have the bra on, so you didn't see all of this. So I may go ahead and take it off, because I'm going out, But anyway, what I wanted to talk about today is pricing for Sisterlock. And I know I've mentioned it before. I know a lot of consultants are really starting to price out their clients. They're starting to, and I'm not going to say they are overcharging because they have to do what they have to do for their respective businesses. And hairdressers, they increase their prices all the time. The question is, how much are you going to increase your price by? How often? And, I like to say, are you giving something more for that time? So, as for my own prices, right now, I also kind of price my services at what I would want to pay. That's just the kind of person that I am. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but that's what I'm doing. So I charge $125 for my regular clients. If I start their locks, they're locked in at $125 for retightenings. The only time it's going to go over that $125 is going to be if they get out of not sequence, if they get out of the time frame that they're supposed to come. So I have 2 clients that come on a 5-week rotation. I have 1 client that comes 6-week rotation, and then I have 2 newer clients. No, they're not the ones that I install, so this doesn't apply to them. But that's how I do the clients if I install their Sisterlock. I charge this rate because I wanted to come under the certified Sisterlock consultants, because I am not technically certified. I am what they call an approved trainee, meaning that I have done establishments, I have sent in work to the home office, and they approved my work, meaning that I am doing Sisterlock, establishing Sisterlock the way that we have been taught. But in order to get the certification, I have to submit 2 more people. I have 1 person that I've already done. Their pictures are ready. I'm just waiting on a 3rd establishment that I feel good about that I can send in. Because quite honestly, my very first establishment that I did, I did it correctly, but I will say some of her locks, it was kind of like, with Sisterlocks, you have to have at least 2 inches of hair. With this particular client, she wasn't the best client for submitting, because when we submit pictures, we have to submit like your test locks. And the Sisterlock evaluators, they need to be able to see like how much hair you left off in your sample locks. And when I did those sample locks for my client, because her hair was really soft and fine, like around her edges, around the ears. That's the softest part. And unfortunately, I'm supposed to do the test locks right in this area. And so her hair was really fine, and it wasn't that long at the time. So the pictures didn't come out the greatest. So I didn't submit it for that reason. So I'm going to wait till I get another person, and hopefully they have, hair that is in pristine condition for me to, get the right type of picture. pictures to send in, all of that good stuff. So anyway, so because I'm not a certified consultant, I figure I would price myself a little bit below what consultants were charging. And at the time, going back to 2022, I think the most that people were charging that I had seen was maybe like 135, 140. So I came in at 125. That's what I started off paying. I think my cousin, who's a certified consultant, she charged me. Her rate was like 120 when she first did my hair. Of course, that was 7 years ago. Now she's at 140. But she is a certified consultant. So my plan would be, after I get my certification, to me, that constitutes a good and fair reason to increase my prices, because now you're no longer being serviced by a trainee, approved or not. You're being serviced by a certified consultant. So I think that would be a good reason, and I'm sure my clients will be accepting and understanding of that. However, I'm not going to go from 125 to 150 because I'm like, we're all out here living in number 47's economy. Everything is up. It's, things are getting harder for people to maintain their standard of living. And Sisterlocks, when we get Sisterlocks, we go into this knowing, the cost factor. We know, okay, I got to get my hair retightened. We know we're going to come out of a large chunk of money getting them in. And so we know that. And then when we get our retightenings, we're going to be paying, at least over $100 for retightenings. But it can get a little much. And I'll give you a case in point. My latest transfer client, she's been with her consultant for almost 10 years, maybe 10 plus. She said the person started off at 120, then she went up to at some point it was 140. Now she went up to 165. I'm like, 165? That is insane to me. Because first of all, now I believe her consultant does wash hair, because in Michigan you have to be a certified cosmetologist to wash hair. So she may be getting, a wash when she goes. But still, even with that, 165, that's a lot, especially when you are going about every month and a half. So I know that in this culture of, we need to make more money, I need to, increase my income. My Sisterlock income is, for me, it's a second income. It's not my main gig. So that also contributes to the reason why I'm not going up on my prices at this time, even though it's very warranted, because gas prices are up, food prices are up. I travel a lot to see my grandchildren and also for fun. Those prices are up. So yeah, I could do it. But for me, I'm going to wait until I can at least justify going up on my prices. I used to think I would justify it by increasing my speed. But what I've learned over these last several months, of course my dog, over these last several months of doing my Sisterlock clients, what I've learned is it's really not about how fast you go. Yes, I had a godsend of a Sisterlock consultant who got my hair done in 2.5 hours. Everybody else who touched this head, it took them a minimum of 6 hours. How she did it in 2, I don't know, but I loved it. She was worth I would pay her $130, and that included a tip. So that was worth it to me. But shortly after I left, I mentioned this before on my channel, she went up to 150. 150, I would not want to pay. I would not be paying every 5 weeks. So I used to feel like, if I could just go faster. If I could go faster, then I, can increase my prices. But no, Sisterlocks is not about how fast can you go. It's about doing the work like to hurt my client's head. Like my last client, her hair was a little on the thinner side, you know, so I had to be careful with her hair. And so and that's another thing. When I get transfer clients, I'm no longer asking them, how long do your retightnings usually take? Because you know what? It doesn't matter. The skill level or the work ethic of that particular consultant may not be what mine is, and I don't have to apologize for that. I take on average 4 hours to do my client's hair. I think with my last client, I think I was able to get her done in 3.5. But that was the first time, and I will say I was working under a tight schedule that particular day, so I did intentionally move a little faster. And I shouldn't have to have something to do, you know, like to move faster, because I really feel like I'm always trying to get my clients done in a reasonable amount of time. I mean, I would like everybody to be at 4 hours or below, you know, but it all depends on a client's head. You know, I have one client, she was one of my clients where, you know, the circumference of her head is a little larger, so therefore that's a little bit more work to do. So she comes in at about 5.5 hours for her retightenings, you know, and that's okay, you know, but the goal of retightenings are to get your hair retightened and maintain the integrity of the sisterlock. So I'm just going to thank the consultants in my area who are increasing their prices for whatever reason they're choosing, because their clients are coming to me. And so I hope to be able to service their clients, just like I've been servicing the ones whose locks I have established myself. And I hope that they appreciate my service. Of course, it's not always going to be $125. It will go up eventually, but I will always try to remain true to asking myself, because I have sister locks. I will one day sit in the seat of the salon chair for somebody else to do my hair, and I would like to say, LaSharman, what do you want to pay? What is comfortable for you? What is too much for you? That's just what I think. So that's all I have, and now I'm going to finish getting myself together. So I put on some foundation for my night out. So I have this here from MAC, and then I'm going to do some eyeshadow, and then I'm going to do a little shimmer blush, and then I'm going to do a little lip color. So yeah, that's all I got for you. If you have comments, if you like the video, like it, share it, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing and sticking with me. Please let me know if there's other content that you'd like to see on this channel. But keep in mind, I'm coming from the perspective of Sisterlock as a Sisterlock consultant, as a home salon owner. So that's a lot of what you'll see from me. So I'll show you the finished look when I'm all done. Thanks. Until next time.